Good day, dear friends. Welcome to our reading this week. I hope that you are flowing with these eclipse energies that are going on. They are pretty heavy. It's an interesting one. I am going to be pulling some cards from the, let's see, Sacred Traveler deck. But first of all, I just want to say we are on the countdown to the eclipse. It will be at about 12:30 on Monday Pacific time, and it will be at 5 degrees, sun in sun in Aries, and moon in Libra. So to have a stronger idea, more in-depth idea how this may affect you, you may look at where you have those that aspect, that degree in your own zodiacal chart. So depending on that, where that is, that house will be where you may see some of the shifts and changes and places to reevaluate and transformations that will be happening over this 2-week eclipse corridor. Second, I just want to say I will be in the shop end of next week, which will be the 29th, 30th, and 31st. So I will be looking forward to seeing you then. Super excited to be there and just sharing in time and space with you. If you would like to book a reading, please feel free to DM ahead of time so that we can get that set up, or email the Zen Den San Pedro at gmail.com, and we can get that set up through there. So yes, eclipse season where we have a lot of karmic transformation, endings, beginnings, shifts, timeline changes, refocusing of frequency and energies, new agreements, letting go of past agreements, and really looking within, whether one wants to or not. It's one of those times where it's like that sun, that light is shined upon you in a place where evolution and growth is being called for, depending on where these eclipses will fall in your chart. They are in Aries and Libra, so it will be a lot about the relationships in your life, your relationships with oneself, how you're treating yourself. Are you investing in positive ways in your own life, and thus it reflects outward? Are we attached to unhealthy situations or situationships that it's time to release? How can we do that in a harmonious and graceful way? Calling in, of course, our guardians of light, guides of light, ascended masters, archangels, God, goddess, source energy, by whatever name you call that spark and truth of life that runs through all the universe and illuminates us into consciousness. So, our reading this week, I decided to use these cards because these are a little bit more lighthearted, and I'm feeling like these intense energies of the eclipse, super heavy. It's right on my Saturn. So I'm so feeling it. Sun's opposing my Saturn today, and it's just been really heavy. I have oppositions to my Venus, I have oppositions to Saturn, I have oppositions to Jupiter, I have oppositions to my vertex, I have all types of things going on in my chart. But I digress. You need to see where you have that in your chart. So you can always go to astro.com and pull up your reading, or if you'd like a specialized reading, I do astrology readings, and we do offer those in the shop as well. So moving on, Sacred Traveler, first card, joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. And this is a great card because I feel like, especially around eclipse season, it's so easy to get caught up in the heaviness. And yes, we are moving through things. We are moving through karma. We are closing doors and releasing. But it's so important to partake in the joys of life, right? So You do not need to suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds through joy. True happiness comes from following the dictates of your soul. Do whatever gives you joy. Celebrate and have fun. Stop and embrace life, yourself, and others. Say yes. Take steps today to expand your joy. You don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. Your purpose in life is to experience joy, allow joy and ecstasy to flow through you wildly and freely. Share your love, happiness. Happiness spreads to others like wildfire and can help heal the world. So remembering that we make a difference no matter how small and seemingly it may seem. That was a little redundant. No matter how small it may seem, everything makes a difference. So even if you are raising your own vibration to come into a neutral state instead of a negative state, that still affects the whole and aids and assists. So what can we do today to find some joy? What can we do today, tomorrow, to find some joy? Where in our life can we awaken that and support that and allow it to flow in a graceful, loving way? Even in all the responsibilities going on. Taking shelter. The answers are within. Taking shelter. And this beautiful card, well, first of all, I was just going to say, this one reminds me, of course, of the inner child and awakening that fairy-like, that childlike part of ourselves that's curious about life. And instead of looking at certain situations with such heaviness, like maybe there's a way to be curious about it that lifts the frequency of the situation. And this taking shelter, this is a beautiful card with the lamp showing the way to the home. This card is saying retreat, replenish your inner resources, incubate your ideas for the future, renew your energy, do whatever you need to do to care for yourself. Mend physical objects in your home, organize possessions, and heal relationships. Protect yourself from less than positive outside forces. Clutter clear, but at the same time, gather your resources around you. You are preparing for a kind of springtime energy in your life, but take care of the details and create a foundation now before the spurt of energy. Otherwise, it can seem overwhelming. So this is interesting because, we just entered spring and we are in that spring cleaning type of era and flow. So this is a great reminder to continuing with this, and especially through this eclipse season. It's like, okay, what do we release? What do we let go of? I have a habit of, I like little containers and bottles, and I'm like, I could reuse this. I could use this to make an oil tincture. I could reuse this. I could reuse, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna let this go, because I know that's such a mundane like analogy, but it just adds to another object attached to me. And I'm just feeling like the less I have attached to me right now, the more light I can be. I have this thing, and you might too, where the idea that each object that we have in our possession kind of has this little string to us. And you hear the dogs in the background. I don't know if you can, but it has a little string to us. And it is so important to release the things that we don't need to have attached to us. So there's a lot of commotion going on there. So the next card is miracles. Miracles. Expect the wonders to emerge. Okay. So just around the bend, a miracle is waiting to happen. Release fear and uncertainty, and majestic wonders wait to unfold for you. Watch for them and embrace them. Some may come in an unlikely form. Trust that all is unfolding for your highest good. Expect miracles in your life. I feel like this is a beautiful reminder in this eclipse energy that we never really know how life is going to unfold. We have our ideas and we can put forth our intentions and we can hold our vision, but at the end, spirit, God, source, our divine higher presence gets the last say in things. So remembering that we may make our plans, but allowing spirit to shift and change, because I mean, we really don't have a choice in some ways. So, like, a great thing to say is, I would love this and better, to the greatest and highest good for all. And allowing that miracle, like allowing, giving that wish, sharing it with the universe, sharing it with the world, and then allowing it to take form in a beautiful way, even better than you can imagine. And I think that this is like a great progression about, and knowing where to take joy and enjoy each moment, even if you can't see where it's going, or it doesn't look like exactly like what you want, what I want, what we want, individually, collectively. But taking shelter, going within, going to that heart space, allowing the sacred space and clearing out what you don't need, the clutter, the old past belief systems, anything that is hindering. And then holding space for those miracles, the renewal that's going to be happening. That's always happening, really, but especially in this eclipse period. So hold that in your vision, hold that in your mind's eye, and move forward in hope and grace and love and beauty with your higher presence, your soul. I feel like that's a big thing right now, our soul. Like, paying attention to our inner self, our inner soul, what our soul is bringing forth. So, and how it connects with other souls. All right. That's it for today. I will see you next week. I will see you in the shop on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So excited to see you. Sending so much love. Hold the vision, hold the hope, hold the sacred space for yourself. When you do this, it holds it for everyone in its own way, in an indirect way. So, all right.